Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Ambition Nation, where barriers are broken and goals are met. Today, I have the honors of bringing in one of my friends on the show. Before revealing to you his name, I would like to tell you a little bit about him. When I first met Ryan was still going after his hobby, which was soccer, and until today, he is still chasing it to make it his lifetime career. So Ryan, thank you so much for being here today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So tell us, what happened for you to have made that sudden decision that, you know what, soccer was going to be that lifetime career choice?
Well, I mean, I've been playing soccer ever since the age of 6, and really, I was thinking, I was doing a regular time job. I was working just a 9 to 5, and like there was countless nights where I was at home and I was thinking like, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? I mean, like I was 21 years back then, 3 years ago. I was 21, and I was just thinking like, what do I want to do with my life? And I was just thinking, it was at least 4 or 5 nights I was up, and I broke everything down, and I thought, what makes me happy? And I thought like, oh, can I do a job that would make me happy? And I was thinking of the different things, and the only thing that I did currently in my life that would make me happy is soccer. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go full force with this. That's it. That's it. There's nothing stopping me.
I don't care how big the dream is. I'm going for soccer.
That's it. Dreams are made to be big. If they're not big enough, then
they're not. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So, I mean, regardless of how big your dream was, you decided to still go for it, full force, and you pursued it, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
So, I mean, I'm sure that during that time, you probably came across a lot of naysayers, right? People that didn't believe in it, or people that told you know what, Ryan, why don't you just go to school, get yourself a degree, work full-time like other people do, and just chase what the mediocre life, basically, the society imprints on us.
Yes, even till this day, I still have people that are just telling me like, oh, like don't even try, you're too old now. The list goes on.
Yeah.
But what's really important is not what they think. It's about what I think.
Right.
And if I think that I can do something, there's nothing that's going to stop me from accomplishing my goals. So every day, out training, got to do what I got to do in order to make my dream a reality. So every day is just another step forward, closer to my goal, and I strive on that.
Ryan, can you take us back to those countless sleepless nights that you had? We obviously know how it unwraps, right? You stay awake in your bed till 5 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out your life, and it's just like an emotional spiral going down. I need to make money if I want to have a family. I can't pay my bills, and I'm still living at home. I'm 24 years old. What am I gonna do, right? So what did you do in that given moment, right? In this breaking moment that I call, to condition yourself psychologically to be who you are today?
I mean, in reality, you just want to break down. If you want to break down everything, is the main point for me is to be happy. And if you're not happy doing what you're doing right now, then you do something that makes you happy.
Exactly.
It's very, very simple. So I was doing a 9 to 5. It was okay, living paycheck to paycheck, but it wasn't making me happy. It wasn't satisfactory. I wasn't fulfilled. So those nights where I was staying up, thinking like, what can I do? Like, is there a trade I can do? Is there a job that I can do that I can go to every day and not get bored? Is there something that I can always learn that can further myself as a person, like better myself? And really, I thought of maybe 100 different things, and I just played it in my head and thought, okay, if I do this 9 to 5 every day, will I be happy? Regardless of how much money I made, regardless of a whole bunch of different things, the main aspect was if I was happy. And I wasn't. And then I thought, what does make me happy? And the reality of that is just soccer. Soccer makes me happy. I mean, when I'm on the field, nothing else matters. For that hour and a half that I'm playing the game, I can have bills, I can have
be in debt, -$5,000.
Exactly, all that. But when I'm on the field, nothing matters.
Exactly.
So I mean, you're just in that state of mind where I'm content. I'm more than content. I'm learning. I'm bettering myself, and that's the kind of environment I want to be in. And I know that if I'm surrounded by the same people, same people that want to learn more and want to be better, then
grow.
it's just a matter of time. I mean, they say that iron sharpens iron. That's the only way to sharpen the tools. So I mean, the more you're around people that are like iron, the stronger you'll get mentally. So
I agree.
at a very young age, I was taught that whatever I put my mind to, there's no limitations. I could do anything I put my mind to. And it all started when I was, I believe, the age of 5. I was probably 5 and a half, and I was at my father's apartment. And I remember it was getting late, and the sun was going down, and I was trying to reach for the light, and I couldn't reach it. So I tried jumping to turn on the light, and I just couldn't reach it. So I tried once, I tried twice, I tried 3 times, and then I was like, okay, I'm obviously too short to touch it to get the light.
Happens to me too.
So I mean, so I figured, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go play with my toys, I guess, in the dark, since it was getting dark, and I started to walk away, and then my father asked me, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I'm gonna go play. He's like, well, why don't you turn on the light? And I said, well, I tried, I couldn't reach it. He goes, you can reach it, jump. I was like, no, I just tried, like, I tried it 3 times. And he's like, you can reach it, jump.
He pushed
So I was
you.
like, yeah, he basically pushed me, and there's no arguing with my father. So I went to the light, would put my hand up as tall as I could stretch it, jump, and I turned the light on. And I mean, ever since that moment, I knew even if I think something's impossible, that's when it's impossible. But if I think I could do something, then
It's possible.
anything can happen.
Anything is possible,
yeah.
right?
So
As long as you could think it, then you can make it a reality.
basically,
And that's a golden tip for our viewers, by the way. The importance of having a role model. Let's talk about that, okay? Because truthfully, you know, in anything that you venture into, if you don't know what you're doing, the best thing that I always suggest to people is find yourself a role model. Find yourself somebody that you could follow their steps. Did you ever have a role model, or do you have somebody that you're presently looking up to for motivation?
I wouldn't say that I have a role model. I just like to look up to people who are motivated, who are mentally stronger than me, who are physically stronger than me, and I like to take just a little bit a little bit from each person.
So you're a brain picker.
You could say that, yes.
I'm that too. I like something from somebody, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take that from you.
That's
Sorry.
it. That's it. So if I see a physique that I like, I might take something from that. If I see a state of mind that I really enjoy, then I might ask him how he got there, or ask her how she got there, and just the main objective is to better myself the best I can be. So I mean,
Right.
whatever it takes, like if I can make myself like characteristic wise just the best I can be, the best possible version of me, that's the main objective. So I wouldn't say one role model, I just say my people around me, everyone who's around me, just take
You
a little bit
benefit
to,
from everybody.
that's it.
Okay. It's a learning journey. Every day we learn something, and we fail at some things, right? And we just start over. We get up and we do it over and over and over again. What's your perspective about failure? On failure, should I say? What's your perspective on failure?
Doesn't exist.
Okay.
There's no such thing as failure. In my mind, there's no such thing as failure. What I see it as is a lesson learned for further progress. So, what if you if you keep trying something, I mean, to create the light bulb, you have to fail how many times in order to make it, you know? Planes, in order to make the right plane, how many times did they have to fail in order for us to fly from country to country? I mean, there's no such thing as failure, just like I said.
Millions of different ways of getting to it.
That's it.
Until you perfection it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So no such thing as failure, just
Constant progression.
there you go. You're just learning every time. Every step it's not a failure, it's a learning. Sometimes you have to take 2 steps back to take 3 steps forward, right? So
Right.
it's just part of the process. And once people understand that it's part of the process, it's not, a lot of people, they just stop because they think that, I can do it, so that's it. But it's part of the process, learning. It's part of the process of opening your mind up. There's just no such thing as failure. That's my final.
Actually, you know, it brings me to to think about this little anecdote where I was coaching somebody, and this person actually just happened to, I'm going to call him Mr. X, just for the purpose of keeping his name anonymous, quit his job, which he was a supervisor, in order to focus 100% of his energy into his business, right? And he was just all over the place. So many responsibilities, doing so many different things that I told him, listen, Mr. X,
Mr. X.
if you want to succeed, then you will have to learn to delegate certain things to other people, okay? Because you can't do everything and spread your energy everywhere. Spread your energy one place, delegate some of your responsibilities, and then you will grow. And that's what he did. And he actually happened to get a huge contract. A huge contract. And that made me so happy, right? What are your 2 favorite words? And what do they mean to you? What would you tell me?
Very, very simple question. 2 favorite words, hands down, have to be resilient and consistency. The reason I say resilient is because it's just someone who never gives up. I mean, you can have a 99.9 chance of not getting something done, and they'll still do it, because that's resilient. I mean, amazing. And consistency. Consistency is someone basically who does something day in, day out on a regular basis, right?
So you take resilient and you take consistent, you put them together, and what do you get?
Pretty much the key to success.
The key to success. So are we telling our viewers here that in anything you do, just about in anything in life that you want, and whether it's your hobby, whether it's in your relationship, if you're consistent and you're being resilient, then you will achieve success?
Yeah, I mean, basically, if you want to break it down so it's more simplified, is if you don't consistently go to work, you're not going to get paid, right? It's the same thing. If you don't consistently go and train, you're not going to get better. So, I mean, just never give up, keep chasing your dreams, and it's going to happen. Just got to believe, that's it.
It was pretty amazing to see all the kids on the field earlier, the way they were seeing you play soccer, and all of a sudden we looked around us and all those kids were gathered, and they were just so amazed, you know, and we slowly started showing them what around the world looked like and talking to them. And at that age, what is so wonderful about kids is that they have a mind of their own. They haven't been influenced by what society says yet. They're so fresh, they're so alive, and they're ambitious. So I feel like today, you showing them your soccer moves and talking to them about your journey has really imprinted them and showed them that if you truly believe, then anything is possible. Would you agree?
I find it's more, I agree with everything you're saying, but I find that they're more inspiring me than I inspire them, because just to see, I was at that age one time, and to see how it is on the other side of it, it's just a blessed feeling. So if I'm helping them out, they're doing the exact same thing in exchange, yeah.
That's amazing. So as you can see, guys, there's no easy way to success. It's a long road ahead. And sometimes there will be some choices that will have to be made, some tougher than others. But hang on tight. Believe in your dreams. Believe in things that are greater. Believe that if it's in here, you can make it reality. And surround yourself with people that will support you. And keep a positive mindset no matter what you are doing. As my favorite mentor said, Jim Rohn, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. For today, that is all. Like if you like. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Until next time.
Il se lève à quelle heure du matin?
4h30.
4h30.
À 5h.
Puis il se pratique, ouais, c'est
6
ça.
heures,
Une
45
demi-heure à 45 minutes. Mais s'il n'y aurait pas de travail, parce qu'il travaille aussi, how much would you be training in the morning if you do it? Would you still be waking up at 4:30?
Yeah, I would, and I'd be on the field for like 2 hours a day at least.